Alright, looks like we're recording, boys and girls. Just wanted to give you a quick update. It's getting really hot over here in Ontario. And I delivered a load. So I delivered the cheap monster, right? And as I was recording that, I booked another load. One of those water tanks. You know, $1,000. Not too bad, but I had to go 3 hours empty down to Detroit, but then bring it to Brampton, no permits. Well, I did get a permit because I was 1310 tall, and then I learned that Michigan, I did not even know this, that Michigan does not check for height. Like when they give you a permit, it's your responsibility to check for height because they give you maps on their website. But I figured, hey, I have a permit, right? The permit says my height is 13 feet 10 inches. And I asked him to send me on 275, I-275 north from Detroit, and then east on 696 to 94 because I was going towards Port Huron. And instead, they sent me on 275, but only as far as I-94. And then they pretty much sent me through downtown I-94. And you know, there's low bridges there. And so I posted a picture on my Facebook. I passed a bridge which was 1310. I passed a bridge which had a marked sign of 13.8, 13.9, 13.11. But luckily, I have quick reaction time, and most of these, like all of them, you know, because the bridge, of course, is it's not like horizontal, right? So it's usually on the shoulder. And so I just put my truck in the middle lane, but it was scary, you know, like especially at 13.8, 13.9. I know I'm taller than that because I climbed on the top of the load of this water storage tank and I checked my height. It's just, you know, you wonder what they charge money for, you know? That's why I wanted this permit, right? Like, it was only $15, but you know, I wanted to cover my butt in case, you know, I wanted to basically double check the route. I thought they would check the route, but they never did. So basically, it's up to you. Like, who needs a permit then, right? What's the point if you don't even check for height? But anyway, at least now I have the map of Michigan, and that map has a little legend of all the structures that are lower than 14 feet. And a bunch of them are on I-94, but I saved it, it's on my computer, so next time it'll be much less stressful, you know. But anyway, I dropped that one, and then that was when? Wednesday, right? Wednesday? Yeah, and I started looking, I checked the load board, and I was talking today, Thursday, I was talking to a couple of guys. One actually turned almost serious. I almost got it. Pays good money. It's a big excavator, you know, like one of my typical loads. But it loads in northern Ontario. And so right away, the broker who's in the States, they said, well, we're not very familiar, but we think there's still some restrictions in there. So I looked into that. Turns out, no, the restriction is only on secondary roads. So we're good. But then this thing goes into Wisconsin. And you know, I had a load, a prospect of a load a while back with the same issue, right? And basically the broker wants me to go through Michigan, like from northern Ontario through northern Michigan. And I checked the last bulletin Michigan DOT posted, and they did open the state up to and including Highway 2. But north of Highway 2, it's still restricted, and I need that portion of I-75, right, to come from Sault Ste. Marie, go south, and catch, you know, Highway 2 to go west into Wisconsin. And so I don't like that route, and so I told the broker, I said, if you pay me a bit more, I'll go through Ontario, because then it adds, of course, a lot of miles. Instead of 750 miles, it becomes 1,100 miles. But then, you know, you just go down to 401, 402, and then cross into US in Port Huron, Michigan, and that everything is open. And I called Wisconsin, and they said if you're coming from Chicago, it shouldn't be an issue. If you stay on I-90 there towards what is it, Madison, Wisconsin there. But the broker said, okay, let's wait. I said, let's wait till Monday then. If you don't want to pay a bit more, let's wait till Monday, or maybe tomorrow, Friday. They will post a new bulletin, and usually that's what Michigan has been doing lately, right? They post a new bulletin Thursday or Friday, and it takes effect on Monday, like when they lift other restrictions. So maybe now they will lift it. And so she says she'll keep me on this load. So it's pretty much my load, this heavy excavator, which will be pretty cool, you know. But we're just gonna wait till Monday. And then there was another interesting load. The guy is offering crazy amounts of money, and I'm like, why? You know, usually something is wrong. You know, if the broker, not even the shipper, offers you so much money for a short run, and then I look at the dimensions, and they say 13 feet 7 in 13.7 tall. So that's even more than 13 feet 7 inches, right? And I said, what is this? And they say it's a big forklift. And the weight was 94,000 pounds. But I said, the weight is not a problem. I got a bunch of axles, and now I have this flip box, right? So I can move, I can shape shift the load, you know, as they like to say in Avengers franchise movies. So I can shift the load. I know I can, you know, I can work with 94,000, but I said 13.7 is, I don't want to do it. It's too many escorts, too many waiting around, you know, waiting for permits. And that 350-mile trip will take 2 weeks, you know. And I asked him, I said, can you just take the mast off? Like, I moved one of these big forklifts before, but what they did is they just took the mast off, and it's so much easier. And this guy says, well, maybe if you can tilt the mast, you know, you can. I said, well, you're not gonna lose 2 feet, you know, it'll give you maybe 6 inches. So anyway, I don't want to do it, too risky. I said, if you take the mast off, or if you take the wheels off and put it on small blocks, then I can do it, let me know. But this would be like a perfect load, you know, just goes across the border, like 2 states, so you only need permits for 2 states. I'm covered in Ontario by my blanket or annual permit, right? So this is great. You know, it's what I call HSD, heavy short distance. It's like the perfect load for me. But they don't want to do it. They don't want to take the mast off. They said, we will let the customer. I said, option B, take the wheels off. And they said, okay, we'll let the customer know. But of course, the customer is not an idiot. I'm guessing they're just trying to, you know, save money. So anyway, that's what. Oh, and there was another load. I'm talking to some crazy people that are paying $900 to go into Michigan, and it's like 25,000 pounds. But I said, nobody will do this for $900. You know, I said, come on. Well, it's only 350 miles. I said, well, so the rules of the game are if it's less than 500, you have to charge double, right? Because what am I gonna do in Michigan? You know, get married, buy a house, right? I have to get back. So 350 times 2 is 700, times 4 is 2,800. Oh, okay, thank you very much. Are you a bit flexible on that? He said $50, $27.50. Okay, we will let you know. And so that one is. I said, oh, by the way, what is this? The girl says, it's a forklift. I hate it. That's what she wrote. She says, it's a small forklift, 25,000 pounds. I hate that forklift. So some brokers, not all, but some brokers get really emotional about loads. And that's what I wanted to say, give you this quick update about the loads I'm talking, brokers I'm talking to, and finally I picked up my new light. Okay, how are you doing there with the focusing? Okay, because last time I had some issues with this camera, so now I made sure that I see it's tracking my face. Everything is, as we say in Russia, cheeky. And so basically this one is an overpriced light, and I posted this on Facebook, and some people were like, what, 85 bucks? But that's Canadian, right? So like I always joke, it's not real money, it's not real dollars. But what this is, it's called Lume Cube Air. It's the new version. Like the previous one, it was the same, like it's around $60 US. And of course, how do you open this? Like, you know, they put it like this, everything is very nice, but I don't wanna, just wanted to show you. Oh, that's how you have to break it over here. So it has this. I think it's like a little foundation or something. And I think I should have some cables. Yeah, see, I got this. So I can put it on my neck or something. And I got a cable. Are we focusing on the cable? Hold on. See, it's focusing on my face. Doesn't want to. Oh, now we're cooking with gas. You see how the camera is switching focus, and now my face, perfect. But anyway, so this tiny thing, look at this, wow. But what this does is it gives you super, oh, I think that's what it is. These are some filters that you can wow. So these are the filters that you can use to create some hold on, it keeps focusing on my face. Okay, anyway, these are some filters that you can use to modify your okay, how do we start this thing? Just wanted to show you guys. Oh, look at this. And they say, I think each time you clip, you push it, it becomes brighter. You see? It's like super, it's not like a real light, it's a super special. And I think at the maximum setting, the battery lasts like 1 hour. You know, so if you're doing some kind of a, you know, night photography, or like for me, mainly I bought this because I'm using this camera and it's a full frame camera, but my lens is only f4. So sometimes it struggles in low light, and I like recording sitting in a vehicle, right? Well, now it's daytime, now we're good, but let's say I want to record a video after the end of the day in my truck, right? And it's all like those lights there, the ceiling lights, they're useless. And that's why I got this one. So you see, I can record this and I can add this from the side. You see how different the face looks? See? Much better. Now without, see? Look at my forest. Forehead. See? Yeah, this is a useful little tool. So that's my new gadget that I'm gonna use for portable video production. And I'm sitting in a plaza, like we have a Tim Hortons here, there's my mailbox in here, and there's a lot of foot traffic. And more than once I caught a few curious glances where people are looking at my mic, because I have this big, you know, mic on top of a camera, and everybody's like, what the heck is this guy doing, you know? But you gotta do what you gotta do. By the way, the one last thing I wanted to mention, that I wanted to thank everybody who who got so excited about that female trooper video I recorded a few weeks back in Colorado. It beats all kinds of records. You know, it's been a while since I had such a successful video in terms of views and also in terms of advertising revenue. So thank you guys and gals very much, and keep watching. Once I have a load, I'll do an update, and of course I'll show you loading, driving, all that cool stuff. So stay tuned, like, subscribe, take care.